Chev, a big win over Huddersfield, but at some points the boys really had to dig deep. Just some of your thoughts?
Yeah. Like I said, we've got an injury crisis throughout the club, and the top tier is affecting the bottom end, where Max and Jack have gone on their journey and they're in there now. So it left us a little bit depleted. But I talk about team spirit with these boys all the time, and how effort can tidy up anything. And they've shown that today. That effort cleans up pretty much anything. If you've got effort and desire to go and defend, you'll 9 times out of 10 come out on top.
Well, there were 15 players available today. They've named 17, 15 did get out on the field. What sort of effect did that have on not just the forwards, but also the backs that were also covering people's backs and letting the boys know that it was a full team effort? Oh
yeah, without a doubt, his backfield have been great all year, and they carried that on. Riley Lum, Neil, Dylan, they all had a crack, but as forwards were unbelievable today. On rotation, only 2 on the bench. One of them's only had 2 weeks of training under his belt. It's outstanding to see young men put their hands up and not look for an easy get out, and it'll stand them in good stead. I've got Harrison Gilmore in there that's come from community, played 80 minutes today and run his blood to water. So it's great to see, and I'm really, really proud of him.
So one of those middles is Tobias Gibson, making his first academy appearance. What did you think of how he went on his first game? To say he played 2 weeks his training for 2 weeks.
Yeah, that's it exactly. It's putting a little bit of trust in him. I left it real late, and he's probably a little bit miffed about not getting his time. But I've got a duty of care as well. When he's only had 2 weeks of training under his belt, I don't want to hurt him. So I waited while the game got out of being real tender hooks and give him a crack, and he came up with some good stuff. He moved around well, got a couple of strong carries in there. So yeah, so it's just a great team effort across the board.
And then we had Jack Smith coming back in and Kyan Frater as well, both try scorers. That back line's looking really clinical and really dangerous this year.
Oh, yeah, and they're delivering the roles. They're looking up to Ash Hanley in the first team that's a workhorse in yardage, and they're trying to emulate that. And I think Carden did really well today for a first day out from obviously going from Scholars to an under-18s game, and didn't look like he'd been out of place. He's strong, he's fast, and he took his try well.
And I know we don't look at really winning as the top thing. It's about developing players in the academy, but to go 5 games now unbeaten must be a really good feeling in that dressing room. We've just heard them say marching on together. That must be a real great feeling.
Yeah, and again, I honestly and strongly believe that wins are a byproduct of doing the right thing. So if we're getting their development right by skill, by defence, game understanding, we then know that they get that right. There's enough talent athletically in there to get wins, and the wins are coming. I don't try to get too bogged down on that. I look at the performance, look if they're improving, and they're showing massive amount of that today.